Another major trend affecting business in America, as these facts demonstrate, is the growing diversity of the population. Consider these facts. The 2010 census revealed that minorities now account for 36.6% of the total population. There are 52 million Hispanics in the U.S., an increase of 3.1% in the last 10 years, making it the largest minority group in the country. Asians were the second fastest growing group, increasing by 3% to 18.2 million. And citizens identifying as Muslim are also growing more rapidly than general population. Racial and ethnic minorities for the first time made up more than half of all children born in this country, totaling 50.4%. Women now constitute more than half of all college graduates and have equal or greater participation in many graduate programs. Non-Hispanic whites are projected to become a minority by 2042. Companies are hiring employees and adjusting policies in reaction to these trends, as they've come to believe a diverse workforce will make better business decisions because a wider array of viewpoints is considered. Now let's review some additional facts about the changing workplace. For example, women. Companies are setting goals for promoting and retaining women in their workforces. Women now make up 37% of the total workforce and comprise 22% of middle managers, 14% of senior managers and vice presidents, and 2% of CEOs, percentages projected to grow in the future, as Sheryl Sandberg predicts in her bestseller, Leaning In. Age. By 2020, 25% of workers will be over the age of 55. And this aging trend will only increase as baby boomers hit 65 at the tune of 10,000 a day until 2030. Today, it's not uncommon to see 30-year-olds managing 50 to 60-year-olds or 65-year-olds mentoring 22-year-olds. Importantly, though, there are subtle differences in work habits and views that all workers must understand when working or managing someone who's much different in age. These differences include appropriate arrival and quitting times, the amount of time to devote to planning before taking action, technology and communication preferences, and length of time in a role prior to promotion. Lifestyle. Sexual orientation and gender identity are specifically mentioned in most companies' non-discrimination policies. This is an affirmation by a business's leadership that they value LGBT employees and take their concerns seriously. Religion. The religiously faithful practice their religion through various actions in the workplace, styles of dress, manners of keeping or wearing one's hair, following certain diets, praying, fasting, avoiding certain language or behavior, and observing certain religious holidays. Put simply, the many characteristics of different religions provide ample ground for respecting diversity in the workplace, as managers are charged with balancing the company's need for operational efficiencies with the views and practices of the religious employees. Disability. Companies today are urged to focus on employees' abilities, not their disabilities. Research had shown that the typical cost to accommodate a disabled employee is about $500. And surveys from companies that have hired disabled employees show a great return on this investment, low absenteeism rates and long tenures. They also described their employees with disabilities as loyal, reliable, and hardworking. Another benefit to hiring people with disabilities was the greater empathy non-disabled employees gained with their experience. So critical to your success in a diverse work environment is remembering the golden and platinum rules, to treat others as you would want to be treated, or you to reverse places with them. Then as a further step, consider how the other person would want to be treated in this situation, the platinum rule. Applying both rules is critical in the effective application of sound management practices in the workplace, and something hiring managers will often probe in an interview.